So as it has been instructed to us, we have now to download the database from the Github repository. This information I have here already. So we're gonna get two files. These two files, one will be to create the tables on the constraints that that table will have. The second file that we have in here is to create the this one will be populating the database, and I will show you what I mean by that. So I'll start by just starting my server, running my SQL, and then I go to admin. Localhost is loading. Right. So as you see here, I haven't created that database, so I will do that now. What I will do is I will import. I know that these files are on my desktop database, so I'll just go and grab them. So DBA, Northwind, yeah, where they are. The first file that you're gonna load is the Northwind, because this is the file that have all, as I was saying before, this is the file that have all the skeleton of the database. So this one will create the database and create the tables in the database, as well as giving the constraints in the database. What is going to be a primary key? What are the foreign keys? So all these details are going to be provided for the first database. Sorry, for the first file. So we do this. Here's the file, and then we just click go. That the database will be appearing on this side. So we have our Northwind database in here. Great. So for example, if I try to, yeah, like what I'll do, like now, okay, let's see if I'll bring that file here for us to have a quick look. So as I was saying before, this file have, you know, like it have information about setting the all the details for the database, you know, like what are the parameters that we need for the database. So first thing, we'll check for the database. If it exists, it will drop it, and then it will create a new one. So then we have here creating tables. It will create the table here, index, ID. Yeah, you see all this information is set in here. So as I was saying, I cannot talk through all these details because there are too many tables on this database. But yeah, all this information is here. You see another table is being created here, another one. So we have run this already. It's great. For example, now if I want to query the database, I will double click on my database. Okay. So it says now that I'm using the Northwind database, right? So we have to make sure that we are selecting the database that we want to query. So we're using this database. We go to SQL, select. We're going to create a query to check. Remember that I said before, we have just created the skeleton of the database. We haven't loaded the data yet, but I just want to show you, not just by word. From one of the tables is, let's say, customers. So if I run this query, obviously it will be empty. There's nothing there. So you say, yeah, it runs okay, no problems, but there is no information. I cannot give you the information. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna go and grab the second file that have the data. So import again, file. This time we're getting the Northwind data. So now this is the one that have all the details, all the information for my database. It's loading. There we go. So yeah, import 516 queries executed. So now we might have a fully populated table. Okay, I'll run this query and then I'll show you what is. So we have select from customers, which is the first table here, and just click go, and it shows me all the information that have been added to that table. So this is all my information from that table, and then here you can start querying the database. Go back to SQL. I want to show you what is on that file. Sorry. So obviously I'm not running this. Oh, okay. I just delete what I had there before. I'm not running this because I have already run it. So once again, it's going to use, yeah, it's like we're gonna use the Northwind database and then insert into. So this is the statement that we use to insert into tables. Insert into customers, ID, company, last name, and all that, and then starting to put in all the information about the different customers that we have. And it will do the same for all the different tables that we have. You see, insert into order details, insert into order details. Yeah, once again. So all that information. So the first one, creating the skeleton. Second one is loading the data. Thank you.